If you want to increase your success rate, double your failure rate, said Thomas John Watson Sr., born on 17 February 1874, New York, in the United States of America. Died on 19 June 1956 in New York, in the United States of America. Was an American businessman who served as the chairman, CEO of IBM. He also the company's growth into an international force from 1914 to 1956. Watson developed IBM's management style and corporate culture from John Henry Patterson's training at NCR. He turned the company into a highly effective selling organization based largely on punched card tabulating machines. A leading self-made industrialist, he was one of the richest men of his time and was called the world's greatest salesman. When he died in 1956, Thomas John Watson said, if you want to increase your success rate, double your failure rate. When he said increase, it is your in. You have to grease your inner portion. Only then you can have success rate. If you want to increase your success rate, what John Watson said is, any increase, any development outside has to go with you and that subject melting. You have to first ask, who am I? You have to first knock your door. You have to first awake and rise inside you. You have to first stand up, get up and stand up inside you. That inside, when it is awakened, that inside creates the first grease. You have to grease your inner parts. And once you are wet, once you are oiled, the vehicle runs beautifully. Your success rate, if you want to increase, that increase your success. Your access to things happen. Success. It sucks and it creates an access for you to move to the other world. Success is access. If you want to, once you have your inner thing oiled, automatically success rate is thine. Access is there. Access is there. Access to things and access. You get access things. Then you can have multiple answers for one question. Just when you practice 1,000 times, then for one question you have multiple interpretations of answers and you don't fear the examination. Thomas John Watson said, if you want to increase your success, access and access rate, double your failure rate. Failure is nothing but ailing, and ailing is what not the medical term says that you are dying. That ailing is when your capacity is to do 30 push-ups and your hand will not move anything more, then you allow somebody else to pull you up and down for another 30 times. Yes. This is what the training does, and not what the medical people tell. Yesterday I heard Devi Shetty talking about coronary heart diseases, and he declares what happened to Punit Rajkumar shouldn't happen to anybody. Please don't do heavy exercise. You are not when no, it never happened to Japanese, never happened to the Kyokushin members. Only after we reach the extreme stage of no more, that is the time we start the exercise, the push-ups. Why we were able to do? Because dear Mr. Devi Shetty and other medical professionals, you have never understood the beauty of warming up and stretching. When I was in London, in the Tokai Martial Arts Center, I was staying in the mezzanine floor, a small dormitory, for £3 a day. I was limping after the massive exercise, massive back training on kicks and punches, and my circuit training. I had a muscle pull. That evening, the judo coach came. The Tokai Martial Arts Center allows judo, aikido, kyokushin karate, boxing, yoga, aerobics. It's a multiple varieties of that club, and I stayed there alone. He looked at me and said, "What happened to you, Mr. Rakum?" I said, "I got a muscle pull." He said, I am 60 years old. In my 60 years, I have never ever had one muscle pull. I said, "What tactic you did?" As if you were something which is just descended from heaven. He said, "Nothing. We Japanese believe before you start, you have to stretch for 1 hour, and after you finish it, you have to stretch for 1 hour. Stretching is very, very important. When you stretch, you can do any. What happened to gymnasiums is you directly went and push it up. Even if they do 5 minutes, they say, no 5 minutes. I just do not go. I have seen the Japanese boys taking half day off to attend the training session. Half day. If the class is at 5 o'clock, they are already there by 2 o'clock. And they stretch for 1 full hour. And after the class is over, 5 to 7, 2 hours minimum class, or 6 to 8 to 2 hours class, or 7 to 9, 2 hours class, they can stretch for 1 full hour with the stretch beautifully and take a hot water bath, joke and go. How many of you are doing? And then you tell the people in India, eat this much and you become the great Maharishi. No, Thomas John Watson said, if you want to increase the success rate, in first practice how to take care of you. Once you know to oil yourself, you will allow your wife also to be oiled. You will allow your partner also to be oiled. In grease your inner part. Your success is your access. Your success is your excess. ACC and EXC. Excess, you get excess rate. Double your failure. Failure is ailing. You practice so much that you will not be able to walk. And then you stretch and take a bath. And then you see that ailing doubles it up. And you see only beauty. Next day, what you do becomes very easy. This is the truth. That you have to do it in your house first, and then you go to do it. That is the in Greece, the house. In the house you do it, and then you can double it up in your office also. There, if failure comes, you are not frightened. Thomas John Watson Sr. said, if you want to increase the success rate, double your failure rate.